This is Eric Hahn with Maritime Reporter TV. We're here today with Joe Hudspeth, Director of Business Development, Global Marine for BAE Systems. Joe, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Eric. Pleased to be here.
So to start, can you please describe your company's role in the maritime industry shift towards electrification?
Yeah, absolutely. BAE Systems really has been involved with electric and hybrid propulsion for over 25 years. We've developed proven solutions and brought them first to the transit industry, and now leveraged that technology and brought it over to maritime. So really we're all about helping maritime operators get to zero emissions. And it doesn't matter if it's all electric, hybrid application, or even fuel cell. We have the technology to help those operators achieve lower emissions and keep operating just as they would as they're used to with conventional-based propulsion.
Earlier this year, it was announced that BAE Systems has been tapped to deliver its electric hybrid propulsion solution for a new ferry for Maine Department of Transport. Will you please describe your scope for that project and how your systems will help to improve operations?
Yeah, absolutely. BAE Systems did receive an award to provide the hybrid propulsion system for the Maine State Ferry system, and we're very pleased to be working with Senesco Shipyard on that construction project. And we're leveraging our proven HybriGen propulsion system. And for this particular project, we're using a parallel-based hybrid propulsion system. And it's a unique propulsion system in that it has a conventional propulsion power plant installed on board the vessel, which is supplemented by electric propulsion. And how that works is we actually use all electric zero emissions propulsion for the vessel to be at the dock. While the cars and passengers are loading, it's done completely emissions free. And this particular boat, the vessel needs to hold itself against the dock and have propulsion remain engaged. And we can do that completely quiet, vibration free, and emissions free. And then when the vessel departs the dock and leaves the harbor, it also can do that under all electric propulsion until it gets underway at the full cruise speed. Then it will use conventional based propulsion. And that's all done through a seamless transition. The captain just needs to focus on driving the boat. Everything is fully automated. And another feature of that system is if the propulsion power needs to be even more than what the conventional propulsion can supply, our electric propulsion can work in conjunction with that diesel propulsion and provide boosting power even to higher horsepower ranges. And that's a unique feature of a parallel-based hybrid propulsion system. And all of that will be featured on the new Maine State hybrid ferry.
So Joe, how do you see the momentum building for hybrid and fully electric vessel projects, and what are some of the key drivers associated with this movement?
That's a great question, and we definitely see momentum building right now for both hybrid, electric, and even fuel cell based propulsion. A few years ago, we noticed that the marine industry was really in a learning sort of environment, wanting to know what hybrid technology was all about. And now we're really seeing that transition to people accepting hybrid and electric technology as a viable propulsion source, and now they're asking for how they can incorporate that technology on their boats. And we realize this is a journey. Not everyone is ready to get to zero emissions today. And so our HybriGen technology really helps people no matter where they're at in this journey. And so we can offer a hybrid solution that uses diesel propulsion for power generation, or excuse me, that uses diesel as a source for power generation, or we can use that same HybriGen technology for all electric, simply add more batteries. The great thing is people can start out with a hybrid solution today and very quickly in the future transition to all electric simply by adding more power through batteries or tapping into shoreside charging infrastructure to recharge those batteries. So the HybriGen technology is very flexible, can be used for hybrid, all electric, or even fuel cell. In fact, BAE Systems is very pleased that we were able to introduce the very first hydrogen fuel cell powered vessel in the United States. And that is all using that same HybriGen technology that's been proven for over 25 years.
And when you look at the market today, where do you see the greatest opportunities for BAE Systems, whether it's by vessel type or region or any other section?
Yeah, the market certainly is growing. We first originally saw that passenger vessels, ferries, and even research vessels were the segments that were most interested in either hybrid or all-electric technology. Now we see applications from all sectors of the maritime marketplace who are really asking us to provide solutions, specifically harbor craft. When you think of harbor tugs or pilot boats, patrol boats, these vessels are vessels that spend 90% of their time at less than 50% of their installed power. So a lot of loitering time. And that loitering time really leads to excess and unnecessary emissions. So why not do that with all electric, emissions-free power? And the HybriGen solution can offer that. And so we're able to reach out to these market segments and even emerging segments, such as crew transfer vessels. We now see North America really gearing up to get into the offshore wind industry. And certainly if you're going to a green form of power generation for our homes and businesses, certainly the vessels that are out there tending to those wind farms should also have similar low emissions, low carbon footprint propulsion systems as well. So BAE Systems is able to reach out to those market applications and provide an offering.
So obviously the industry has come a long way towards vessel electrification, but there still are some challenges that remain. How is BAE Systems helping to address those challenges?
There are some challenges when it comes to considering hybrid or electric propulsion. One of the main challenges is many of the piers and docks in which these vessels operate have not been properly set up to accommodate the infrastructure for shoreside charging. And so that is a challenge, and one that we as BAE Systems are working with industry partners to help solve, to bring the power to the shoresides so it's available. And once that power is available, we can use a variety of technologies to provide the charging on board. And one of them, most simply, is directly through the propulsion system. And we can take the power either through AC-based charging or DC-based charging and really rapidly recharge those batteries so that those vessels can continue on their way. If the shoreside infrastructure is not there, we certainly can leverage a hybrid technology or even onshore batteries to provide some of that charging as well. So we realize that it's going to take some time for this infrastructure to develop, but we think that there are solutions that are available today that can help people get into operations with lower emissions. Another challenge that the maritime environment is facing when it comes to considering alternative propulsion is the cost. And the cost typically is at a premium. But if you look at the total cost of ownership, you will find that considering hybrid, electric, or even fuel cell-based propulsion certainly does have a payback. And that payback is both in the form of tangible, lower operational costs, but intangible benefits as well. Some of those intangible benefits are for not only the passengers, but also the captains and crew. And that comes in the form of lower noise, decreased vibration, and the ability for vessels to operate safely in sensitive coastal environments. One of the features that we have for our systems is using geofencing technology. And that geofencing technology allows vessels that may be using hybrid propulsion to go into an all-electric, emissions-free mode anytime they enter into a specific GPS-defined boundary or geofencing in which they need to operate in a sensitive coastal environment without producing any emissions. And this can be done with the captain just focusing on driving the vessel. There is no need to push buttons or pull levers. It's done automatically, and you can ensure that the vessel is operating with a lower carbon footprint in those sensitive coastal environments. So we can help walk through operators while they're considering the total cost of ownership and showing them what they can expect with an alternative propulsion system.
So you spoke about the parallel HybriGen system, but how else can it be used?
Yeah, the HybriGen system really is a flexible platform. And last year at the International Workboat Show, we had the opportunity to unveil and showcase the next generation of our HybriGen technology. And this is a modular-based power and propulsion system, whereby we can really customize a system to provide all of the power that's needed, both for propulsion loads and for auxiliary power hotel loads. And we're really excited about this because this system is not only smaller and more compact, it really is 50% smaller in terms of space and 50% smaller in terms of weight. And it has increased power capabilities. So we're really excited about that. And not only can it be used in parallel hybrid applications, as we talked about for Maine State Ferry, but it can also be used in our full electric applications or even hybrid applications that use serial hybrid propulsion. So it really is a modular and flexible platform and gives us a lot of capability. And we can even use this same system to facilitate all of the charging for the batteries. So when you are looking for a HybriGen system, you know that it's going to be modular and scalable. All of the components are going to be designed to work together, fully integrated into one small and complete package.
In addition to the Maine State Ferry project, what other projects does BAE Systems have ongoing?
Yeah, BAE Systems certainly has a lot of projects going on right now. We are very excited about working on the Maine State Ferry project, but we also are doing projects on all corners of the globe. We're doing some work in Europe, we're doing some work in Africa, and certainly here in North America. And these applications cover the full gamut from passenger ferries, car ferries, and even super yacht sailing vessels. So really the applications are endless, and there really is a solution that can be brought no matter what type of vessel you're operating. And we're very pleased to tell people about the fastest all-electric ferry application that is going to be built by Green City Ferries for operation in Sweden. And that will also feature the same HybriGen technology using our brand new next generation of hardware.
Another project that BAE Systems has been involved with, and it's one that's gained a lot of attention, is the Sea Change Ferry. Can you please give an update on that project?
Yeah, the Sea Change project is one that we're very excited about, and one that we are pleased to partner with the shipbuilder, All American Marine, and Cummins, who supplied the fuel cell. And BAE Systems was the propulsion system provider for that application. And it just speaks to again, the flexibility and power capabilities of the HybriGen platform. And we're certainly able to interface with a hydrogen fuel cell, do that safely, and provide the power that's needed for not only the propulsion, but for the hotel loads. And this application is through the U.S. Coast Guard inspection process, is fully operational, and we're excited to see the first hydrogen fuel cell powered vessel operating in the U.S.
Joe, thank you very much.
Thank you, Eric, for having me. I appreciate it.